Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into today's trading recap. Today is April 27th. It's Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Hope you guys are having an excellent week. Let's talk about today's trades and how I did. So today I'm green. I'm up 174 bucks, which is not that much, but once again, it's something green. This month has been very slow for me. So today is a little bit larger of a day kind of compared to the recent history within the last couple of days and weeks. So, 174, I'll take it. I was up at my highest at 200 bucks. It was actually 205, and then I kind of struggled to break that. I dropped down, went back up, then back down, and then just kind of traded sideways for a while. So let's take a dive into the actual stocks I traded, and I'll show you how I traded them. But yeah, this was the progress for today. If you look in this box, this shows you progress. Let's see, one, two, three, four trades all the way up to 205 bucks. So I actually would have been better off had I just made those four initial trades and then walked away. But I wanted to stay in there and obviously try to put more money on the table, but just couldn't do it today. So let's look. First trade, or let's talk about the stocks. I traded VXRT, MYT, and EEIQ. Most of my trading was done on MYT, but the first trade was on VXRT. So to be honest, today I had a very slow start. I didn't trade anything until the afternoon, and I just felt like things, I don't know, VXRT, I was watching that, but it was just a very slow run up. Typically I like the stocks that run faster, quicker. They run up quicker. They might have a more volatile pullback, and that's fine, but I'm looking for a little bit more of the small cap stocks that just want to just push really hard and have really fast strength. But this one was, to me, it was great that it was on its way up, but it was just kind of slow. Anyways, I took my first trade on it at 12.25, got in at 9.42, and sold at 9.47. So a quick little scalp trade there. Right before we reached that 9.50 limit, and that's kind of my strategy. Is I usually try to get in and out pretty quickly, and it's to avoid some of these things like these drops. And while this one didn't have a very dramatic drop, it just trended down pretty quickly. So that's kind of why I like my strategy of getting in very quick and getting out very quick. And yeah, so anyways, that was the first trade of the day. Not much on the table at that point. I think it was 29 bucks. Then I switched gears, went over to MYT. Now this one I like a lot more. This one I've traded in the past. If we look at the yearly chart, you can see it's a former runner. It's had moments in the past where it really runs up hard and fast. Like back here in, what was it? June 15th, 2020. Had a good run, had another one back here. So that's what I like looking at when I'm trading these stocks, is I like quickly glancing at the yearly chart to see if they are kind of former runners, and if they have that potential to really spike up. So today we did have that potential, and while it didn't really follow through completely, we did have a couple opportunities to get in and trade on this one, but I like this one a little bit more because it does move faster to the upside, as well as to the downside. But let's see. First trade on this one was 12.47. So I got in at 462 and sold it 475. So this right here, I was waiting for this opportunity. I had saw that it went up came back down, consolidated, and then had this huge run up and went into a halt. So I had my eyeballs on this after the halt, and I was kind of waiting for it to open up. And my plan was to kind of, I always wait to see where what unfolds after halts. Sometimes we get a real strong continuation that just blows up north, but sometimes it goes to the downside. And in this chance, I do like pulling this strategy of this kind of setup right here after a halt. Once it opens up, if it drops, has sometimes a quick drop, I like to try to get in very quickly and buy in on a dip and wait for that push to try to break the halt level, previous halt level. So that's exactly what I did. Like I said, in at 462, out at 475. So as you can see here, that was a quick move. I'm so glad I did that and just decided to take the money off the table because it quickly reversed and had a huge drop. So let me know in the comments if you traded this one today and if you traded this area on MYT. A lot of volume came in after this halt, you can see here. And that's also what I'm looking for. I'm looking for those two indicators. I'm looking for that chart to really start throwing up some big green candles. But I also want to see the volume down here spike as well. And if you don't get that follow-up of volume, generally they don't see through. And as you can see, as it ripped to the downside, after that quick little peak up, volume just disappeared, went away. And that's just a good indication that, I guess the buyers really aren't there anymore in this moment in time. And, the trading on it has obviously slowed down dramatically. So to go from these incredible moves from volume just rushes in and then just goes away, I don't know. You see a lot of that on some of these fast-moving small cap stocks, but that's kind of what I'm looking for. But anyways, yeah, went sideways and then pulled the same move. And now we had this area of resistance in this 479 area. And this is where I started screwing up. So I kept kind of misjudging this, and I think I was just hoping that would really break that level. And so I got in, I remember at some point to try to break those levels, and we didn't get it, and it dipped back down. I just decided to sell and get out of it. And I'm glad I did that because I didn't today. It was tough, but I would get rid of my losers, and I would do it generally quickly. Sometimes I held a little too long, but that was the problem with this stock, is that it kept retesting, this high of the 478 area. And like right in here, I jumped in for the move higher on this one. And, we just didn't get it. We didn't get to break that area. It just rushed up and then, went right back down. So until we got to this area. Now this is where I got the FOMO. So, I wish I would have traded this a little bit better, but I'm not, to be honest, I'm not the best trader. And sometimes it's hard to judge these things, but we got this curl up. You could tell it was wanting to go back into this area of retesting 476. And we finally got the candle that pushed past it. Once we got that, the thing just exploded. So I did get a few tiny little scalp trades in there. I was just worried it was going to reverse again, and I missed out on a lot of opportunity here. There's a once it broke past that, it really just blew up. And at that point, I didn't want to get in too high, and I was just waiting at that point for some kind of a pullback that I could get into at a decent price and ride it the next leg higher. But so yeah, for me, a lot of FOMO. I didn't execute this whole area very well. And that's kind of how I left MYT today. After that, it started just, going downhill. And I didn't bother with it. But yeah, definitely a lot of FOMO on this one. Wish I would have traded a little bit better. And that pretty much wraps it up. I did have one other trade. It was on EEIQ. And I'll show you. This was another quick little trade here. I was on it 848. I got in at 848 and out at 854. So that was at what? 1411. This one I just saw quickly going up on the top gainer list. So I switched over to this one very quickly. Let's see. 1411. Yeah, so I was trading right in this peak here. And like I said, got in at 848. Where was that? So right near the highs, which was pretty risky stuff. But I was able to sell at 854 very quickly. So I got just a little grab on that one, which was good. But the way I guess it was moving so quickly up, it didn't have very many pullbacks on its way up, except for this area where it kind of reconsolidated. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I got on that one. I was kind of late to the game on this entire move, but just got a piece of it at the very top. Pretty risky there, but still panned out for me since I was in and out very quickly. And that was pretty much it, guys. So those are the 3 I traded today. Let me know what you traded today if you were green. And let's take a look at the calendar before I end the recap here. So yeah, this was today's progress. It was pretty much up and then down a bit and then just sideways. So that's it. And calendar, let's look at the calendar. So like I said, this month has just been, it's been a real struggle. To me, it's been, small cap market's been very choppy. It's been slow. I've had a record amount of days of no trades, 4 days out of the month with no trades, which is pretty rare for me. Extremely rare, I guess. I don't think I've had very many months where I've maybe one day out of a month where, you know, I get 0 trades, but this month 4 of them, which is crazy. So, and what else? 3 red days, 11 green, and this week I'm up $220. Yesterday was $46. And so yeah, I'm looking at this the rest of the month here. We got 3 days left, and I'm thinking I'm sitting at 2200 right now, and you know, it'd be nice if I could get past 3,000, but to be honest with the market the way it is, I don't know. There were, you know, today I did a lot more trading, and I think it was just because there was a little bit more opportunity. So while I thought that with the slow period we had with the market, that eventually would have like a quick turnaround and things would really explode, but it seems to be that it's maybe a slower transition where things are coming back. Small cap market's like coming back with more momentum, but it's just maybe a little bit slower to ramp up. But that's just my viewpoint. Maybe you have a different one, but that's how I've kind of interpreted small cap market as of now. So I'm hoping for kind of a continuation of this momentum, and I hope we have much stronger days ahead of us. So it'd be nice to end this month with a little bit more green. Last month was halfway decent. It was 6,000, and like I said, this month is just very slow and choppy. So but that's going to happen. You know, we're going to have trends where things are super hot and then things slow down a lot too. So just always got to be ready for that. You got to plan for that, and you got to just anticipate. That's big, and a big learning lesson for me is there's been a lot of months in the past where I'm putting on just consistent awesome green days where it might be, you know, making $500 to $1,000 a day, which is great money. And then once you get used to that, you think it's it's just that natural tendency sometimes to think it's going to keep coming, but it doesn't always. So, you know, if you don't, like I said, plan accordingly and kind of plan your money for that, then, you know, you never want to go off spending the money you think you're going to consistently make. You know, let's say I was making the $1,000 a day. If I thought I was making that every single day, you know, I'd be spending a lot of money unnecessary, you know, just spending more than I normally would. But knowing and kind of planning for those slow days is really good. So kind of live frugal until you can really build up a solid cash base to get to where you can, you know, afford to live a little bit better and be a little bit more stable with your trading. You know, when you don't have a huge cash pile to trade with, trading can be really difficult and can get stressful, especially if you're trying to, you know, make a lot of money off of a little bit of money. It's very difficult to do. But if you got a big cash pile, there's just less stress, and I think you probably trade much better knowing that you can take a little bit more risk, but maybe not feel as much of the pain when you do lose money. But that said, you just gotta do the best you can and make sure your numbers are you know, going in the right direction. So anyways, that's it for me today. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know in the comments how you traded today, if you were green, and let me know where I want you to step out of your comfort zone today and let me know where you screwed up today, or where you've been screwing up maybe in the past month or last week. What have you been noticing that you've been making a bad trend of, or a bad habit of? Maybe something you're doing, you're not cutting your losses early enough, or you're holding the bag on things. I'm definitely guilty of a lot of those, but you know, as traders, we just strive to get better and better. So sometimes admitting that you're wrong is much better than you know, not admitting that. I think it's part of the process is you know you're wrong, you can admit you're wrong, you can start to build on that, and I think, you know, become a better trader. But that's it. Enough rambling from me. Happy Tuesday, and we'll see you guys tomorrow on Wednesday.